Betty and David Wolfstein's first grandchild, David Wolfstein Goldman. In August of 1953, I was introduced to his beloved summer home, staying at Natafka Lodge, then owned by his mother. We were housed in the charming and private honeymoon party. Lovely, you say? Well, although electricity had been added in the early 30s, there was one hanging bulb. When Natafka had been modernized with indoor plumbing and electricity, that's where it stopped. There were 2 cots on opposite sides. We quickly moved them together. A small sink with cold running water and a chipped white chamber pot under the cot. Also, much needed little white wood stove. Cute, but not what you would call romantic. The day started with a bath in the lake. Each dock had its own V at the end. That was a V-shaped structure with hooks for robes on one side and a simple bench on the other. Open to the lake with a ladder, providing privacy from the shore. And after you had your bracing bath, you went to Natafka with a daily poem on the blackboard right up there by the door greeted you, and a roaring fire was going. Then you had breakfast. In the early days, I was told that there would be a cook from the village. By 1953, the Goldmans brought up their cook, Edward Walker, from Cincinnati. Breakfast started with juice. On the table, there was dry cereal, or you could have cooked cereal. Fresh toast kept coming, with lots of butter and preserves and all of that sort of stuff. Then came the eggs and bacon or sausage. When you were full to the brim, the pancakes and maple syrup started. Maybe more bacon. All of this and an endless supply of coffee was prepared on a wood stove, which had to be fired up early in the morning in order to cook on it. The perishables were shopped for daily and kept in an ice box, which opened to the kitchen for food and to the outside for ice, which came from the ice house next to the woodshed, where the ice cut from the lake in the winter was stored, packed in sawdust, and lasted through the summer. Rumor was that ice houses were used for more than storing ice. Somehow I have no recollection of what was served for lunch. I think I had zero appetite by then, but it was a sit-down served meal. Dinner was another story, or epic, or saga. Usually a roast or fried chicken, whatever Francis Freeze hadn't latched onto before everyone else got to one of the 2 general stores in town. Also there was gravy, potatoes, a couple of veggies, salad or slaw, rolls of bread, and a fresh baked pie. Therese never learned to cook, but she excelled in planning, shopping, and telling others how to do it. In between being overfed, we sailed, paddled, visited, and explored the island. We were required to visit our elders. Horseshoes and tennis were primarily men's sports. I was instructed to bring up white gloves and a dress or skirt to wear at the tea to which the Kings, now the Grosses' property, invited all the visitors. The Kings also sold woolens in China. The other garment requirement for both men and women was a Biella shirt, purchased at Miller's in Bruce Pines or Byrene's or Divine's at the Sioux. Evening was filled with charades and the skits. Those were my days in my first summer.
Oh.